So you want to break into the mortgage industry, maybe as a loan officer, maybe as a mortgage broker, or even you want to just start off owning your own company. Here's the truth. No matter which path you choose, there's only one class and there's only one exam that you need to pass. That's it. No separate courses for different roles, different company types, no extra hoops to jump through. Just one requirement that opens the door to all of it. It's 20-hour NMLS course and the NMLS Safe Mortgage Loan Originator exam. Welcome to the lab. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly what you need to do to get started. We'll talk about what class that you need to take, what exam to prepare for, and how this one process applies whether you're planning to originate loans, run your own brokerage, or even step into ownership. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how to approach the NMLS exam, what to expect on the exam, and my best tips to pass it on your first try. So let's dive in. If you're getting ready to take the test, you probably have a million questions. Most people will ask things like, how hard is it really? What's on the test? What's the best way to study? Do I have to study? And how do I make sure I pass it on my first try? Because most of us want to pass it on our first try. The NMLS exam came out when I'd already been working in the industry for 4 years. So I knew we had to pass it or we couldn't work anymore. Now, the good news is you're in the right place. I am going to start breaking it all down here and explaining everything to you that you need to know about the NMLS test and about becoming a loan officer or a mortgage broker owner. So how hard is it? How hard is the NMLS Safe exam? I am going to start with one truth about it. The NMLS test is tough. It's not really like what you do when you originate loans. Here's a fact about it. The first time pass rate for the test is 55%, which means almost half of test takers fail it. And I think that happens because people don't take it seriously enough and they don't study. You have to study. I studied and I do loans. I've taken the test 2 times, not by choice. But don't panic because most people fail for avoidable reasons. Like I said, they don't study. They don't take the right prep course. They cram instead of having like a study plan for a few weeks leading up to the exam. They don't practice with questions and keep taking the questions until they're seeing a passing rate of at least 85%. Now, the good news is if you follow the right strategy, you follow the tips I'm going to talk about, you can pass it the first time. I did both times, and I am not a great test taker. So in order to understand it, let's just talk about for a minute what's on the NMLS exam. So the NMLS Mortgage Loan Originator exam, it's 125 questions, but only 115 of them are scored. You need to pass with at least a 75% pass rate. I think I literally passed the first time with like a 78. It pops right up in front of you after you take it. So here's what the test covers. 25% of it is federal mortgage law, something you really don't do a lot of when you originate. So that's just studying and memorizing. Then there's general mortgage knowledge is another 24%. Then 23% is mortgage loan originator activities. That's where everybody studies so much for that. It's only 23%. Then there's ethics and uniform state content. And then there's 12% of it is non-traditional mortgage products, which they change quite a bit. And then they have, those, they stick other questions in there. So the pro tip with all of this is the biggest mistake that people make is either not studying or they focus too much on loan products and they ignore the federal law, ethics, compliance. Don't be that person. Best study strategy to pass the test is I recommend the following. Step 1, choose the right course provider because there's many different providers. Choose somebody who really focuses on mortgage. Not all courses are created equal. And so I'm going to link below in the description some of our favorites that we recommend to people. Make sure that you also not just get the course, but you have study questions or practice questions. We've used Mortgage Educators, Affinity MLO Training Academy, and then we have a personal favorite third one that I'm going to put down in the description that we find really engaging. Don't just read the material. Actively take notes, like take it seriously, break it up if you need to, take notes, make flashcards, and make sure you're understanding concepts or making acronyms for the federal laws. That helped me the most. And there's a YouTube channel that does an excellent job of teaching it this way that I'll also link in the description. Aim to pass the practice questions getting at least an 85%. So once you're getting 85% on all the practice questions in each of the sections, you're ready to take the test. And if your course provider for some reason doesn't have those practice tests, there are companies that do, like ProProfs. Mortgage Educators has it. That's where all in one place. There is a Prep Excel mortgage exam simulator you can take. I never did that one. I just practiced each section, getting, the 85 on each one. The more practice exams you take, the more likely you'll pass, because you're going to start learning how they give you the questions, what you get wrong, and then learning how to correct it. Master the key concepts. You don't have to know every detail, but you need key concepts. And most of the courses will tell you on something like, know this. The must know topics that, I always made sure you knew was RESPA, the Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act, TILA, the Truth in Lending, the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, HMDA, which is the Home Mortgage Disclosure Act, TRID, that's the TILA, RESPA. These all sound probably like a foreign language to you, but you have to take the time to learn them. And if you can explain these laws, when they came up, why they came up, what they do, that means you're getting ready to take that test. And then my final step about taking the test is on test day. Just follow these 3 tips. Read the questions. Trick answers will try to confuse you. Usually your first choice is the right one, but mark the ones you want to go back to. Eliminate the ones you know are the wrong answers before guessing, and use the full time to go back and review, and don't change your answers if you think it's one, right? Go with your gut. If you don't know an answer, mark it down, come back later. You might remember it, or you might think of something. That's why I like the acronyms for studying for tests like this. Now, what happens if you fail? This is one of the most frustrating things about this test. If you fail, you cannot retake it the next week. You have to wait 30 days before retaking the exam. If you fail 3 times in a row, 30 days, 30 days, 30 days, you have to wait 6 months to retest. If that happens to you, then I'd recommend going and seeing if you can work as an LOA or helping a loan officer so you can start learning. It's one of the best ways to get into the industry. Don't risk it though. Follow what I've talked about and try to pass on the first time. All in all though, get licensed, start your career fast, just take it seriously, because you can make some great money in this industry. Now you know exactly how to go in and pass that NMLS exam. And if you follow the guidelines I've outlined for you and the tips I've provided, taking the right NMLS course, doing the practice questions till you're getting 85%, mastering those major federal laws and knowledge, using smart test taking strategies, you'll have a really, really good shot of passing it on the first time. I promise you. Now, if you need help with licensing or career growth on the best way to do it, like I said, I'll be putting links down in the description. And if you're looking for a company that can help guide you as well and be your home once you get that license for sponsorship, just reach out. There's a link in the description to schedule a call with someone on our team. One of our mortgage brokers in various states would be happy to connect with you. I will see you guys in the next video.